Good evening, everybody. I am Mr. First Down. I am your favorite Titans fan, and thank merciful God that season was over. It went out with a whimper, and it's kind of a sad whimper seeing your star rookie quarterback who has done so well ever since the bye fall apart. We are watching the Steelers and Ravens go at it, which is always a fun treat and should be a primetime game every time. But I digress. We're going to dive through this along with some NFL news. So I will see you all in just a second. Oh, boy. Here we flip and go. Hello, everybody. I am Mr. First Down once again, your favorite Titans fan, and I am so happy to have this season done. What a rough one. And we are now locked in to pick number fourth in the draft. So not the first again. We don't have to have that embarrassment of having the first round draft pick twice. That makes me happy. It's going to be interesting. Big Boss Dawes, who is a known Chiefs fan, says, what do we do in an offseason? It's been a while. You drink, you have a good time, you talk about the plays that you did well and de-emphasize and come up with excuses for why you were bad and all the other plays. That's what you do. It's in Fanbook 101. A little bit of news this so far. We don't have to wait for Black Monday. It looks like we are already getting it started because Atlanta does a complete clean out. GM and head coach Raheem Morris both gone. Terry, I don't know how to say his last name, so they're both gone. Arthur's blank with some nice words and creativity, feels that it's time to move on, and I think it's the right call. I do believe that the Penix draft pick was something that displeased blank, and it has not shown or come to any fruition. So he feels it's time to go with new leadership here, and I think Raheem Morris is just not cut out for a head coaching gig. So it's over there. It's time to move on. And hopefully Atlanta, if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan, that you find you a coach that has because that team has talent. The Atlanta Falcons have talent. You have to find a coach that can make that talent work well together and be consistent over and over again. It's what we as Titans fans are looking for, a coach that can get some talent on this team and make it work. We are devoid of talent right now, and it was painfully obvious. Look how much worse the game got when Cam Ward left. Injured on a touchdown drive. He hardly ever runs, and there he goes. He runs, and what happens to the poor guy? He gets hit for it. Rough stuff. So anyway, here we are, and I hope you guys are following me on any of the social medias and that I can convince you to like and share this program. Fanboys Unleashed is here to talk football 24/7 all through the off season. We all need football in our lives, even when nothing's going on. Anthony says, sucks to see Cam get hurt. He looked good that first drive also. Yeah, it did stink, and we'll see where we are from here as we go forward. Everybody is quite understandably losing their mind. Is it a grade 3 tear or sprain? Is he going to have surgery? There are guys that have had this sprain before that have not had surgery. We're all about to become experts on ACL sprains, or AC sprains, I think they're called, up in the shoulder for Cam Ward. And people are already flying off the walls. How is this going to affect this and the offseason and whatnot? We're going to find out. Jay Wright is here. he is also happy as a Colts fan that this season is mercifully over and that they can move on to the offseason. I'm excited as always for the draft. I am driving up to Pittsburgh for the draft with my Colts fan cousin. It should be a great time as it has been when we went to Detroit, when we went to Green Bay. Up next, Pittsburgh, and we cannot wait. Speaking of Pittsburgh, looking a little rough right now. Aaron Rodgers is struggling. Doesn't seem to have it going very well. Excuse me. Been a long day. Welcome to 2026, by the way. So I guess the question before the group is this. What other coaches do you think are going to be let go this offseason? Do you guys think that the Jets coach is safe because it's his first year? Do you think I think Jonathan Gannon in Arizona is gone. I think Pete Carroll is gone. Do you guys have any more suggestions on who is staying and who's going? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very curious. I personally think the Jets should fire Glenn, but it seems like they're keeping him. It's his first year and the roster wasn't good. I think you could make the argument for and against either or you can convince me of. So that's what you have to do. It is interesting, the Raiders have the first overall draft pick. So that should be another topic. Is Mendoza the certified first-round draft pick? Is he going to be in a Raiders jersey next year? All these questions. And we have so many interesting off seasons when it comes to teams here in the NFL. Jay Wright's team, the Indianapolis Colts, what are they going to do? It says that they're going to keep Ballard and Stryken all at once. Let's see if they stick to that, because we see reports like this that sometimes guys are safe and then it's like they're not safe, but it's going to be really interesting because everybody's got these off seasons with some question marks. Where are you going? Is Kyler Murray officially done in Arizona? Are they moving on? Are they going to pay him not to play football? Is Atlanta done with Kirk Cousins? They're paying that man $100 million. Thank you, babe. The wonderful wife of mine, who I will not show on camera because I value my life, has brought me food. She's always so pretty when she's giving me food. Love you, babe. Firehouse subs, in case anyone's wondering. So all these questions are up for debate. So Atlanta is a dumpster fire, says Jay Wright. Yes, indeed. Indeed. They have a lot of work to do. It's like anything. Jay and I are actually talking on the phone about this earlier. I'd rather be a Titans fan than a Raiders fan. There are just, I think it's easy to get down on yourself if you're a Titans fan, but I promise you, there are way more guys that have zero hope, Do you think Dante Moore declares? I do. I would be kind of shocked if he doesn't. There's money on the table. But then again, NIL makes everything so much more complicated. I'd be curious to see, because I think the Raiders, and then it's who? Let's see the draft order real quick. Good question, Anthony. Let me see. Draft order. Where are we? I had it all saved. Now I've got to find it. It's all disappeared. Anywho, I know that we're picking fourth, so I'm like, yay. Hey, Kim, how are you doing? You ready for the big change up in Arizona? They firing Gannon, right? Yeah. Let's see. Current NFL draft order. That's how you do it. Okay. Vegas, Jets, Cardinals, Titans. So the question is, you have to decide. Vegas is taking a quarterback. I feel pretty confident about that. The Jets are probably taking a quarterback as well. So Cardinals, I don't know what they're taking. I don't know how they feel about Kyler Murray. I don't know how the new coach is going to feel about Kyler Murray, because I think Gannon's going to be one of those that are let go. So lots of things up in the air. Lots of things indeed. But when we talked about the Jets, though, first team ever since they started taking stats to not record a single interception all year. That is horrific. Absolutely horrific. Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to talk much about the game today. It was horrible. We have no talent. And when Cam left, we looked even worse. So when you have guys that have never started games before or delivering pizzas in your secondary, you're not going to do very well. But the season is mercifully over. So thank God for that. On to bigger and better things, hopefully, including a coaching hire. Now, when it comes to coaches, there are 3 things you got to keep in mind. But first, Anthony has a question. Could be a possibility that Moore doesn't want to play for the Jets and goes back to Oregon. Possibly. Oh, Aaron Rodgers took off that time. Earlier, Aaron Rodgers made a business decision and didn't take an angle earlier, which I thought was kind of fun. Lamar's looking like, oh, that old man's running. Crazy. So it comes to coaches. There's going to be new hires and all that kind of stuff. And as my team approaches hiring a quarterback, you have to go with your head, heart, and gut. Who do you think is going to get it with your head? Who do you want to get it with your heart? And what does your gut tell you they're going to go with? Those are your 3 choices: head, heart, gut. Let me know what you think is going to be the head coach. You don't have to be my team. It could be any team. I mean, that would be my thought process. Head says Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy is an accomplished guy. He has a lot of pelts on his wall. I think he can get a lot of things done with Cam Ward. I think he can turn around the team fairly quickly. So Mike McCarthy makes the most sense for me as a Titans head coach to go ahead and try to get this thing done. Even if it's just 3 years, at least he is turning around the entire thing without question. My heart, I kind of have fallen in love with Burke from the Texans DC. I think he would be a very solid addition. Yes, he's a new coach, but I feel a lot more comfortable with him. He's also been here before. He was an assistant at some time with the Titans, and I think that's something to be excited about. Now, my gut says that the Browns are going to fire Stefanski, and I think the Titans pick him up, which is not a bad idea, by the way. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. But Stefanski makes a lot of sense to me on a whole lot of levels. If I'm a Titans fan, oh yeah, if they fire Stefanski, I'm all in. I'm all in, without question, Jay, without question. So let's see here. There is one good thing about you. When you're having a bad season like we're having a bad season, you try to cling to a lot of things. You want to cling to DK, who was getting stuff done. Chim DK is leading the league, and as a rookie has broken the record again for most all season yards. He has caught the ball, he's run the ball, and he is a kick returner. So good for Chim DK. That is a positive. But the other one is Big Jeff with a big season. Big Jeff is all pro again. He is in the Pro Bowl along with Chim DK. And he has 11 sacks, which breaks Jarrell Casey's record for defensive lineman sacks for the team. So Big Jeff is a guy, you can see why they want him around. They don't want to build this defense and start all the way from zero. They're going to have quite a lot of cap space. I think tops in the league, over $100 million in cap space the Titans will have. And they're going to add more to it when they get rid of Ridley, they get rid of Pollard, and they get rid of Snead. I like Pollard a great deal, but I think they're going to go younger and faster there. Or they can go get Breece Hall, which would make me so very happy. Possible, some people have asked me about possible free agent pickups. I would love to get my hands on Alec Pierce from the Colts. I really would. That would be like my number one target. Give Cam a stud wide receiver in the first round. I really want it to happen. I really want to. But if Bain's there, I think you kind of have to take him. That's a man amongst boys out there in Miami. But I should preface this first. What I want in the draft, first of all, is a trade out. If somebody gives you a great deal for a trade out to move up to 4, I'm getting out of there. without question. I got a lot of holes to fill. People will be pissed about it. Some will. I think quite a number of people will realize, hey, I can patch a lot of holes with more draft picks here, more draft capital um, to fill things up. And I would flippin' love that without question. By the way, the score right now is Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 3. Aaron Rodgers has
Looks like a scared goat.
Yeah, my wife has called Aaron Rodgers a scared goat. I think that's right. Amen indeed. Testify. Testify. Me for GM? No. I fall in love with players. I also have a weakness for Arthur Smith, so I'm like, Arthur's staying here forever. I love him. I don't care. I don't care what happens. I have a weakness. I announce my biases for Arthur Smith. I will come on here and say, oh, this is a horrible hire. And then like Helga from Hey Arnold, sit there with his picture in a statue of him in her closet. Oh, Arthur, I love you. So I'm all about that life. The other coaching thing we should talk about is Schefter reporting that Harbaugh and the Ravens is up in the air this offseason. And I got to tell you, if Harbaugh becomes available, I'm packing up the Rev4 and I'm going to go get him. I think Harbaugh is a terrific coach, and I think the Baltimore would make a absolute horrible mistake if they let him go. That would be just absolutely crazy to me. I wonder if there's any truth to it. I don't think Schefter's one of those that's going to spread misinformation. He's hearing it from somebody up top that it's up in the air. And if that's the case, oh boy, he'd get the job the next day. Absolutely, Jay. He would get the job the next day. If he got fired, I want him on Broadway at nightfall. That's how strongly I feel about it. It would be interesting, though, if I have to pick between him and Stefanski. I think I'd still take Harbaugh, but I don't know. I really like Stefanski. I think he's had a hard time with the Browns. I don't think they've made it very easy for him. He's had his mistakes, sure, but two-time Coach of the Year, that doesn't just happen. That's somebody that I'm pretty sure has some moxie to him. So it would be interesting. Got to go Harbaugh. All right. Jay says we're going Harbaugh, and I respect that decision. We're going Harbaugh if he gets let go. It also depends when he gets let go. Are they going to start having these meetings soon? Wow. That was horrible. Aaron Rodgers is looking rough here tonight. Just not good. Anyway, we're going to figure out more about Cam Ward tomorrow, about the shoulder sprain. I think Mike McCoy will get an interview for head coaching job. He's not going to get it. I think you just do it because he's the interim. A little emotional up there. Look, I don't think he's very good. Of course not. But I respect anybody that I do believe he has worked hard to try to fix this thing as best as he could. He was emotional up there at the podium. He was he said blessed to have this opportunity to do it again. And he did it for his, what is that, Casey?
Through a flag.
Oh, through a flag. Casey's doing like this over here, my wife. Oh, is that a fresh set of downs? Yep.
2 seconds left in the half.
2 seconds left in the half. Fresh set of downs, and they're going to be at the goal line. Woo. Yeah, the guy cares. Absolutely. He's not going to get the job, but I think if you have a heart or whatever, you feel for somebody that has tried that. His team looks better and show. Oh, yeah, no. Look, he got that bye week and he did the most with it. Shout out to Bo Hardigree, who was calling plays that got Cam more comfortable. Shout out to the offensive line, the two guys doing the offensive line coach's job to getting guys look good. I'll give him credit. Next week, I will be having what Sam got right and wrong. Okay. Pittsburgh is up at the goal line here. Next week, I'm going to be doing the takes I got right and wrong. Oh, my God. Hey, guys, they didn't get it. They did not get it. So, yeah, maybe McCoy has earned staying on as an offensive assistant or something. I believe he can do stuff like that, but he's not going to get the head coaching job. He knows it. he did the best he could with what he had. God bless him. That's rough. You know, a guy cares. A guy cares. I should also note that Burke from the Texans as DC. This might be a simple thing, but he's from Dartmouth, and I like smart people in charge of my football team. So it's just a simplistic way to look at it, but it's how I feel. Plus that defense for the Texans, you really can't, you know, say, oh, well, what does this guy do and all that stuff. That'd be kind of silly. Anywho, I think that's all I got for this evening. I'm about to eat dinner and watch the rest of this game. You'll catch me next Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central for Fanboys Unleashed. Remember, next Friday will be what I got right, what I got wrong. It should be a good time. Actually, it's not so bad this time. Last year it was wrong. Just a long list. I'll be a little more on par here. So I'm getting smarter. Incrementally smarter, just a little bit. I won't let it go to my head, I promise. I will see you next Friday for Fanboys Unleashed. You all have a wonderful week.